Oh, dude, and before we get too deep, he's about to freak out because when he gets down to his computer, I put all kinds of nasty shit on there before he left. Like right after he left. There's like a lot of penis and like I think there's a couple of pictures of Hitler up there.
I know, Richard.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back up here. Anyway, welcome back. Episode 10. We are in the double digits now. We broke the dreaded 7-episode, I guess, curse. Most new podcasts die within the first 7 episodes, apparently, especially ones with 2 people. But Brass Tacks has survived.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I just heard somebody say it one time.
Who?
Some guy. What do I know? Some fucking guy on the internet said it. He was one
A guy on the internet?
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
That's everyone.
One of those guys that teaches you how to.
Everyone's on the internet.
Oh well, you're not wrong about that. But it came from a reputable source. He had like 10 followers. Anyway, we're back, and it's Brass Tacks. I'm your host Rick with my amazingly sprightly co-host Adam.
Yeah, what's up?
You're looking nice today.
Yeah, well, you know, man's got to do, I suppose.
With your smart haircut. You always have awesome hair, man. Pisses me off.
I mean, yeah, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. Just take the compliment. I guess we'll keep moving on. But yeah, like after last week, I remember we were having a conversation about being in the mall, and I mentioned that I enjoy being in malls, like especially when when I'm depressed. There's 2 places I go. I'll either go to the movies by myself, or I go and I walk around the mall.
A mall?
Yeah, man. I put my headphones in and I just kind of walk around and blend in. It's a weird thing, I know, but like you were giving me shit about that. Was there any particular reason?
No, I just don't like. I don't know. I don't know why. Unless you're an adolescent, you don't.
What? You don't walk around malls?
No, you don't go to malls. Why would you go to a mall unless you're a teenager?
I mean, you go to a mall for a number of different things, like to buy things, to buy shoes. I go and get my shoes at the mall. I understand, like, not wanting to be there because of the crowds of people, but sometimes in my depressed states, I do enjoy it.
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Man's got to do.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, dude. But, dude, did you see the shit that's going down in Mexico right now? Or, like, the shit that went down yesterday?
No.
Oh, man. Okay, so apparently the military and, like, local law enforcement there in, I think it was, like, in Sinaloa, they conducted this whole raid thing to arrest one of El Chapo's sons. And they succeeded.
Oh. Yeah.
They succeeded, and what ended up happening was they had to let him go because apparently they were outnumbered by all of his little cartel goons. Yeah, dude.
Oh.
And there's this huge backlash right now, and you know everybody's saying like, oh, we had to do it for the good of everyone else in the town because there was so much collateral damage that they were just like, this isn't worth the fucking body count. But yeah, dude, there's a ton of videos online and shit like that. There's a guy just cruising around with a mounted 50 cal in the back of the bed of a truck.
Dude, that's crazy, dude.
Could you imagine that shit? That's not far from where we are.
Yeah, it's far enough. It's pretty far.
Well, I mean, it's certainly far enough, but I mean, Jesus Christ, man, that's not even like a.
I know. I hear you. It's still, yeah, you know, that's close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I can see the pink tint in your eyes now.
Oh.
I like that we have these. We don't have to do the soundproofing thing anymore. That's kind of nice. I get to see your fucking terrible mug.
Yeah. All right.
Adam and I got new microphones, which is why we're sounding a lot warmer and crisp.
Potentially, I don't know.
Well, maybe not you.
Yeah.
But me.
Yeah.
How's the work week? Any hot gossip around the office?
No.
There's always hot gossip around the office.
No. I don't know. People were just decorating for Halloween and stuff. I don't know.
Decorating for Halloween. Dude, that's one thing I don't like about this season. I love Halloween. I like the fall and shit like that, but
yeah, I mean the fall's nice, right? But
yeah, I like the weather and everything like that, but I swear to God, I hate, like, you know me, I hate small talk in general, but everywhere you go now, like you're in line, you're checking out. It's like, oh, what are you gonna be for Halloween this year? I don't know. Hopefully dead, so I don't have to fucking talk to you anymore. Like,
True.
I stopped dressing up when I think I was like 11, 10 or 11.
Oh my god.
Whenever I found out the whole Santa Claus thing was a scam, and it was basically like it was my parents just trying to scrape everything together so I could get a trick bike. You know, it kind of took the magic out of the holidays.
Get a mongoose?
Well, that's not true. I shouldn't say that. It
Oh.
actually made it a little bit more wholesome. But like, I definitely understood all the fighting around the house around that time of year. You understand things a little bit better.
Did you want a mongoose?
No, actually, Skylar had a mongoose.
A Huffy or something?
I don't think I ever had a Huffy. I had a Diamondback.
Oh, that's like a mountain bike, isn't it?
No, it's a trick bike, son. It's BMX.
I thought Diamondback made mountain bikes, I think.
They might. I mean, I'm sure all those bike companies made, like GT made really cool BMX bikes, but they also make
GT,
like the police bikes and shit like that.
They make police bikes?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Tell you right now.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, dude, I was God, I forgot where I was. But oh yeah, I was at 7-Eleven or some shit like that, and I was getting some food, and like the girl behind the counter was just like, "What are you gonna be for Halloween?" and shit like that. And I forgot what I told her. It was like I think I said something like, "Oh, something like what I similar to what I said to you." I was like, "Oh, hopefully a corpse or something like that." This dude behind me was like, "Well, that's no fun." And shit like that. I'm like, I don't need you adding to the proceedings. I'm already annoyed enough. And it kind of goes back to like when people talk about politics. Like you mentioned your pet peeve with people that say like, "Oh, if you don't vote, you can't complain."
Yeah. I don't really get that.
I don't either.
know. You know? Like, what? You have to, you got two choices?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that third choice to abstain apparently is some kind of like.
I got to pick between two people. What if I don't like either of them? What am I gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, dude, I've never voted in my life, and it's because of that fact right there. It's like, why am I being forced to play this game of two sides? First of all, in a democracy, it shouldn't work like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. They're gonna set it up so it's like whatever the two people that two parties deem, I don't know, to be the front runners or something. But
well, they have the most money. I mean, that's pretty much the
Well,
root
yeah.
of it. Is like who has the biggest bank account is always going to prevail, and unfortunately, it's those two.
yeah, who has the most political power and stuff?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you know, there's always people that when they're running against each other, like who, I don't know, like when the last elections, like, okay, so Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, you know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's
it's a
terrible matchup. And then like if you go anywhere else around the board, it's like you already know your vote's just kind of going in the trash. You're like, yeah, well, you know, you might believe in something a little bit more, but those people didn't have the financial backing or the influence.
Well, yeah, it was like,
like fucking
bizarre.
Fucking Bernie, bless his heart, dude. Bless his failing heart. He's still trying.
Yeah, I mean he's old. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, nothing, man. You just gotta let the man do.
True, he's gotta do what he's gotta do.
Yeah. God, am I glad it's my one of 2 days off this week, man. This week was a barn burner.
Yeah.
I was losing grip really quickly with people. Like I didn't show it much, of course. Like I always keep that. You've seen me there. I keep that kind of like robotic. Like, how you doing? How's your day? Thank you. Would you like a bag? But I don't know what happened. And thank God it was one of the days that I was wearing my tracksuit. But I had to shit so badly the other day, and it was the first time in my adult life it was the first time in my adult life that I actually thought like this is gonna end up being a story where like I shit my pants at work.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't cool. So basically like it starts in the tummy box, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
There's some commotion down there. This never ends well. That slowly turned into a cold sweat.
No.
And I'm like, okay, these customers got to get the fuck out of here so I can lock the door and go do my business and everything like that. Well, as I'm thinking that and as all of that's developing, more and more people are just coming in one after the other, and I'm like, this this is karma for everything I've ever done wrong in this world. Like this moment right here. Even though I don't believe in any of that shit, I don't believe it's real. It's just sometimes you got to
Yeah.
take a step back and realize the comedy in life.
I know.
But the cold sweat starts developing little beads like on the small of my back, and one of them in particular starts running down to the top of my ass crack, and it felt like somebody had lit a fuse and it was going down right there to my ass, and I was about to explode, man. But luckily I got a small break. I had to fucking write a back in 5 minutes sign and tape that to the door. And yeah, I went and did my business, which felt like someone was basically just pouring lava out of me. That was terrible.
That sounds pretty bad, dude.
It wasn't a good time, man. I was sweaty, dude.
Good time, yeah.
Thought I was gonna ruin my tracksuit.
I mean, yeah, you kind of got put in a spot right there, you know.
yeah.
Oh, what you gotta do?
I mean, I'm just glad I made it in time, dude. It was tough. it was right in the nick of time, man. It was one of those photo finishes.
Dude, yeah.
It wasn't cool.
I mean, that would just destroy everything, dude.
Yeah, I switched up my diet a little bit since then. Like, I was just like, man, I'm eating some crappy food, and it's having some adverse effects. I can't be having these breakdowns at work.
Yeah, it's too much of a risk, dude.
Yeah. Well, as always, though, work has been a fucking awesome insight into the human psyche this week.
I know.
Especially when it comes to kids. Like, first of all, like, for some reason, I get this weird kind of feeling whenever somebody brings a kid into a liquor store. You're just kind of like, this is. I hope he's not already intoxicated, because I deal with that a lot too. But this lady came in and she had literally the shittiest kid I've ever seen in my life. Like, she was raising an animal. This kid was like 10 or 11, already dressing like a little hoe. I was like, oh no, this kid's going down a dark path already. And you could tell the mom just had the dark circles under her eyes. She was already beaten down by life. And this kid's just following her around from aisle to aisle with a bag of Takis in her hand, which I don't know how anyone could eat that anyway. The Takis are just terrible. She's running behind her mom and she's shaking the bag and she's like, I want Takis, I want Takis. And she just kept saying it and kept saying it. And it got to the point where, like, the rest of the adults in the room are looking around at each other like, all right, is somebody going to fucking do something about this, or am I going to have to be the asshole?
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, no one stepped up, and this kid just kept going for a solid another like 5 minutes or so until the mom got to the counter. And then the mom was like, you're not getting Takis, and the girl started like hitting the bag up against the mom's waist. So basically she's like, she's hitting the mom to get a response.
Right.
And the mom's finally like, all right, fine, you can have Takis. And I'm thinking in my head, like, fuck this kid, smash that bag of Takis over her face. But I shut up, and I'm like, okay, at least it's over.
Yeah.
Wrong. Fucking wrong. The kid opens up the soda refrigerator and pulls out a Sprite. I want Sprite too. And the mom's like, no, you're not getting Sprite. And she goes, fine, I'm trading Sprite for Takis. Like it's a fucking democracy up in there. Like,
right.
And the mom's like, well, no, you already had soda today. And the girl's like, yeah, well, I want more, and I'm trading them for Takis. So that went down, and everybody at that point was in a line. And they're right by this little piece of shit, and you could tell like everybody's faces were getting redder and redder, and the mom just gave in again.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah, and it sucked because there was like a collective sigh of, God damn it. There was just a sigh of like, man, we really wanted to see this little girl lose. You could tell everyone in the fucking building was rooting against this kid. But yeah, dude, I can't.
No dice.
I can't stand shit like that, dude, and that's why we have a world full of fucking assholes running around. You're lucky you don't have to see that in your day to day. You have to, but you do have to see adults acting like snakes.
What are Takis?
Takis are these terrible fucking treats. They're like corn chips that are rolled. Corn chips
Treats?
that are corn chips that are rolled into like a tube.
Yeah.
And there's just a menagerie of terrible, spicy spices. Just fucking, it's riddled all throughout it. They're all terrible. They all have this overpowering, salty taste to them. Mm-hmm. And they give you fire hole. Like, you'll shit hot coffee water if you eat even one as an adult.
What?
Yeah, they'll destroy you. There are
What?
reports. Yeah, people have gone to the hospital before because they eat too many Takis and like it eats a
Too many Takis. What are these
yeah,
things?
it gives them an
Dude?
ulcer and
Taki.
gives them an ulcer. Or, like eat a
Never
whole.
heard of a Taki before ever, dude.
Oh well, dude, you should Google. It's It's the most
Google a
terrible.
Taki.
Yeah, it's the most terrible looking treat there is. It should be a punishment.
How do you spell this?
Taki. Fucking, I guess we don't have to worry about Takis endorsing brass tacks anytime soon.
Wait, no, Takis.
Yeah.
Rolled corn tortilla. Chips.
Yeah, that's tortillas.
Okay. All right. No, I haven't really seen those before.
Oh, well, they're fucking everywhere, and they're the
All right.
worst.
Yeah,
But
I've seen them. So.
yeah, dude. Like, did you ever have that friend growing up that was that shitty kid? Like the one friend who talked shit to his parents and would just get away with it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man,
Not really.
dude. I was always in awe of those kids because they just walked around everywhere acting like that.
Oh,
they were
really?
like, yeah. I mean, think about it. Your
I mean,
parents,
maybe I could think. Maybe, yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know.
and your parents are like your central authority figure. You know, from those ages, like
Right.
up until you're a teenager and can actually like go to juvie or some horse shit like that. Like your parents are the end all be all of the law or the legal system in your life. So like
Yeah.
you start getting away with popping at the mouth like that, dude. You go into the world and it translates. Like I'm sure we
Yeah.
all know somebody who grew up to keep that going because they were never
Probably.
punished.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But yeah, dude, I had this one friend who was that guy. Like I went to his house one time and I never went back because of how awkward I felt. But we're playing video games and everything, and his mom comes up to just be like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm so and so. I'm so and so's mom. If you need food or anything like that, help yourself." You know, just like your stereotypical nice mom.
Right.
So I'm like, I go to answer. I'm like, "Oh, I was gonna say, okay, thank you, nice to meet you, all that horse shit." Immediately, he throws his fucking PlayStation controller down. He's like, "Mom, get out of my fucking room!" Like, my eyes were just wide open. I was like, "Oh no way!" And the mom just smiled and closed
man.
the door and walked away.
What?
I was like, "Oh my god, is she going to get your dad?" And he goes, "My dad doesn't come home till like 2 a.m. She's not gonna do shit."
Oh no.
I was like, "This dude's just out here living for the city." Talking to
Yeah, I
people
mean that's
like that.
definitely what it sounds like.
Yeah, dude. He
Yeah.
tried that shit one time at my
Alright.
house.
Does he?
He did. Does he? He came over and he stayed over at my house a couple of times after this. But like, we're sitting there playing video games. My mom came in. She was like, "Yeah, you guys hungry?" And he immediately was like, "Yes. What do you have?"
Oh.
And she goes,
what?
She goes, I was thinking about whipping up some grilled cheeses for you boys."
Oh, nice.
And so we're like, "Fuck yeah, grilled cheeses."
Hell yeah.
She turns around, she leaves and everything like that. She comes back. I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes later, and she's like, "Hey, you guys need anything to drink?" He immediately goes, "Where are those sandwiches?"
Oh no.
And I'm just like, "Oh no, he doesn't know." She doesn't fuck with people
why
like
would
that,
he say that?
dude. Because he had never been
Why
checked.
would he ever say that?
Because he had never been checked.
That's fucked up, dude.
And like my mom was cool about it. She was like, "Yo, you need to fucking check the way you talk to me, or else there won't be any grilled cheeses." When in reality, I know my mom. She wanted to fucking spin kick that little bastard.
That'd be so cool to see.
Oh, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
I did end up punching him like a couple of years later. He like pushed me in the hallway or something like that. He got taller than me, and in those pivotal years, like between 6th and 8th grade, you know, he got taller than me, and he tried to pull off some big dick shit with me in the hallway one day, and I just punched him in the face like as hard as I could. And I remember his mom called my mom afterwards. That was before the days of like principals and resource officers getting into it and like making it a whole to do. We just went our separate ways because neither one of us wanted the fucking backlash. So his mom calls my mom, and I'm denying it. I'm just like, "I never hit him. I wouldn't hit him. He's weaker than me." Like trying to, I'm just talking myself up and shit.
Right.
So she gets off the phone with his mom, and she calls me in her room. She goes, "You sure you didn't have that fight today?" And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. She goes, "Then why would his mom call me and say that you told him you were going to break him down like a shotgun?"
I know, Richard.
Yeah, which I mean, at that time, my uncle said that all the time, so I thought that was super cool, and I would say that in a fight, or if I was really like getting ready to get into it, it was just something intimidating to say as a kid, and I was like, "Oh well, fuck, Took some shit for that one, but what can you do?
It's true, dude. I remember the first time I got in a fight. It was 3rd grade. Recess.
Hell yeah.
We were playing some game, maybe football, but this one guy was wearing fingerless gloves.
Was it Big J. Ukerson?
No. And they were like leopard or something.
Oh shit, it was Andrew Dice Clay.
And I was like, I started making fun of him. And then we got into a fucking fight. I mean, so, yeah. That was a story.
What ended up happening?
What? Oh, no. I mean, I lost that fight for sure.
Oh, like you got beat up in it?
I didn't get beat up. I just lost. Like,
oh, I got you. No, I meant like
No,
what happened.
yeah.
Like, did anyone get involved, like parents or anything like that?
no, it was recess. It was at school.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I got in a fight, and I think it was 3rd grade. It was probably like only my 2nd fight ever, but it was like the day after my 9th birthday, and my parents had bought me army fatigues because like that's just what I wanted. I was like, oh dude, I want army fatigues. Like I wanted to say my name on it and shit
Yeah.
that. That's hard, you know. I was a big fan of Flip Mode Squad, so they get me the fatigues. And a little backstory, like this is really inside. I don't think I've ever told this story to anyone before, but the night of my 9th birthday, I peed my bed, and so my parents, I think they gave me the fatigues in the morning after, like before I went to school. They like did that thing where they pulled that switcheroo on me. They got me something cool for my birthday, and then the next day they were like, "Oh yeah, and this." So I woke up and I was not feeling very good about myself because I was 9 officially, and I had just pissed myself officially.
That's not good.
No, not at all. So my parents give me the fatigues, which kind of, that rose my spirits up again and shit like that. I was feeling pretty good about myself. I went to I got to the school and everything, and it's recess. I'm hanging out with the girl that like I was hanging out with at that time. You know how you just like hang out with a chick and you're like, this is my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I'm hanging out with her, and this fucking kid I had been feuding with for a while, he approached me by the swing set, and he was giving me shit about my army fatigues, and then he said something that alluded to the fact that I peed my bed, like just what a kid would say to another kid, and it just set me off, dude. I smacked him in the face really, really hard, like a good open hand smack. I was like, shut your fucking mouth, kid. He takes his belt off and starts doing this like lion tamer thing and trying to hit me with the belt. So I've got my arm raised over my head trying to not get hit in the eye with the belt buckle.
Oh, no.
But as luck would have it, belt buckle wraps around my arm. I pull him closer towards me, and I hit him a bunch of times again. The teacher ended up pulling me off, and she was a terrible bitch herself. But yeah, my mom ended up coming and getting me,
dude.
and I told her what happened, and she took me to the movies.
What movie though?
I think that one. So yeah, that one in particular. Me, my mom, and my dad went and saw Blade 2. I think it was Blade or Blade 2. It was one of the Blade movies.
Well, there's 3, so.
Well, yeah, but I don't think I was.
It's not Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Blade.
I was too old
Right.
for it to be 3.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean, I was too young for it to be 3.
What?
Either way, it was before it was before Wesley Snipes got in trouble. But yeah, that was another.
Obviously, yeah.
What was your? So that was your first fight, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any other like memorable scraps as a kid? Like any fun ones or?
No, I mean, no, just regular shit. But I just remember that one because it was like that first one.
Yeah, you remember that forever.
Yeah, it's just weird.
I remember mine. It was like, dude, I'll always remember that. I had this. There's like this neighborhood bully, and he was like the same age as all of us, but he was kind of bigger. He was just like one of those bigger, stockier kids.
Oh yeah.
And he used to fuck with us so badly. Like he would just walk up to me after I would get off the bus and just punch me right in the stomach and just walk away. I would be curled over, just gasping for air, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't live my life like this." And at the time, it was like at that time I already knew how to fight and everything like that. But like
Rob Lowe.
Oh yeah, it's just
You knew Rob Lowe?
Oh yeah, so I was
Alright.
doing some little small Rob Lows, high Rob Lows, low blow Rob Lows.
I don't think there was any high Rob Lowe's.
I'll give you a high five.
I'm just saying. It was Rob Lowe. I think was a low kick, wasn't it? So-
Yeah, no, it was, yeah. But
all right.
this fucking kid, he would also take his other little shithead friends and he would ride by the house and just throw rocks. He was just a menace. He was being a menace
to society. I get it.
Yeah, it was tough.
Was he drinking orange juice in the hood?
I don't think anyone could afford orange juice those days.
Oh wow! What?
We were drinking from concentrate.
Yeah, that's orange juice.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you dump it in, half. Put the rest of water.
You have to break it up with the wooden spoon.
And then yeah.
Oh yes, poverty, my old friend. But he's also the person that I learned the word cunt from. However, I learned it incorrectly from him. We were on the bus and we were in another one of our screaming matches, and he was like, "Yeah, well, you're a cunt." And I was like,
"Was he from Maryland?" That's probably how they would say it.
Yeah, you're right. But I was just confused. I was like, "What the fuck is a cunt?" And so I called him one back, and it didn't feel right, and it didn't taste right coming out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I go home and everything. My mom's taking a shit, and I had a really bad habit of just opening the door and be like, "Yo, Mom, what's this?" So my mom's taking a shit. I open up the door. I'm like, "Mom, what's a cunt?" And she, "Oh my God," it freaks out and shit. She goes, "All right, first of all, don't ever say that. Second of all, you're saying it wrong. It's cunt."
Oh,
cunt is a pussy. Don't say pussy.
You broke the rule, Rick.
What did I? Yeah. But I learned that it was a really bad word. Yeah. You ought not be saying it. So needless to say, that was off the table for a while.
Was it?
But so anyway, what ended up happening with the fight? Fuck you, by the way.
Oh, okay.
My sister and I were riding bikes. My sister Alex and I.
Yeah.
We're riding bikes. We get to where there's this big drainage ditch, and all the kids used to ride their bikes fast and jump the upslope of the drainage ditch. It was a pretty cool little makeshift ramp.
Mm.
And of course, this fucking kid's coming down the road, and we're like, "Oh God damn it!" We're all bracing ourselves for a conflict. Nothing better than getting one of those really bad chest pounding anxiety attacks when you're you're 8. I was probably 7 or 8 at the time. But he comes over, and I forgot what ended up happening. We had a little shoving match, and then he started walking towards my sister, and I was like, "Oh no, we're not having this." He takes her shoelace out of her shoe, and he's dangling it around. And he's like,
the shoelace is out of the shoe?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Give her her shoelace back, dude." And he's like, "Or what?" And I was like, "I'm going to fuck you up. You don't fuck with my sister."
Wait, hold on. I got a question.
Yes.
What kind of shoelaces are these?
I don't know.
Take them off all the way that quick?
Yeah, it's a little kid.
Okay.
I don't know.
No.
I just know that it all centered around a shoelace.
I mean, this guy he knows how to rip shoelaces, I guess.
He's a big, strong kid. He's eating spinach. But yeah, he's dangling the shoelace and all that stuff. And I'm like, "Give it back." He's like, "No." And I'm like, "All right, well, now we got to fight." So that was my first fight. He ended up trying to punch me, and I just moved back. He was way slower than me, and it was the first time I'd ever punched somebody in the face. And he just looked at me like, "Oh my God, I've been hit." And you could tell that he was one of those kids. Life had never hit him back. And after that, I think I kicked him in the ribs, and he fell down into the little ditch thing. And then my sister and I rode bikes home, and I started telling my mom about how I just won my first fight. If you could call it that.
True.
It was a conflict, I guess.
Disagreement.
Yeah, it was a gentleman's quarrel.
Yeah.
It
took 10 paces.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't quite have to get down to brass tacks, I guess, as it were. But yeah, dude, I watched Raging Bull last night.
Oh my God.
It's on Netflix now.
Cool, man.
I encourage anyone that has Netflix to watch that fucking movie because it's hilarious. If you haven't seen
Raging Bull, watch Raging Bull. I got it.
It's hilarious, dude. Yeah, I forgot how prominent Joe Pesci's racism was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Literally 2 minutes into the movie, Joe Pesci calls a guy a moulignon.
Oh my God,
yeah.
dude.
And then 2 minutes after that,
it's a movie, but
But still, yeah, I feel like every movie he was in, maybe aside from Home Alone, he's a seething racist.
No, well,
and maybe even in Home Alone, you didn't see him robbing ghettos or low income areas.
Well,
and shit
no,
like that.
he's anti. As in Home Alone, he's anti-white. He's going after the.
Oh, he's true. Yeah. He's giving the white man the what for.
Yeah,
taking their flat screens.
Yeah, getting. No, I guess, man. I don't know.
What? You guess what?
I don't know, man.
It's hilarious, dude. And dude, you know who I feel the worst for in that movie is the wives. They're constantly getting slapped. They're constantly having babies thrusted into their arms, and they're constantly being told to get out of here.
Well, I mean, Casino, I think you kind of see that, maybe. But I mean,
Well,
whatever.
no. They had
What are we
it
talking
coming.
about? Why are we talking about that bullshit?
Cause it was hilarious. Like,
I
it was
mean,
just
it
really
was
funny.
all
I hadn't seen it in a long time, and dude, to see De Niro acting that way, he's such a creep.
Dude, well, hello.
Oh yeah, Jake LaMotta in real life,
Yeah, I mean,
banging underage chicks and getting caught and fucking
that Irishman movie is coming out, Netflix.
yeah,
in
and like
November.
I think it's almost a month.
Yes,
from
it
now?
is almost November.
No, almost a month from now it comes out.
Correct. It comes
officially.
out in November.
Fuck you, dude. You know what else comes out soon too? We got another week until Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a.
We gotta still pre-order it on Amazon.
I'm just gonna go get it at the store. I live right next to a Frick
Yeah,
stop.
I just don't want to go stop at the store.
How are you doing today, sir? May I be able to have any assistance to you, sir?
Yeah, I don't want to. Okay, yeah.
Do you have a power-up card, sir? It's ma'am.
Yeah, everyone's really nice at those stores. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
They are.
you go into like GameStop and stuff. Usually, the people are pretty super nice.
Well, they have to have personalities. Have you seen them aesthetically? I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, there's probably some good people.
I'm not trying to body shame.
Well,
Or, I mean, I guess I am. Yeah, it's-
No, I mean, there's some nice people in there, you know.
yeah.
But I just don't feel the need to go to a store
No, I feel you.
when I can have it brought to my doorstep.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the mall thing, and
Yeah,
like why
yeah.
you don't go to movies and shit. You don't.
Yeah, well, they have you can subscribe to a thing where it's expensive.
How expensive
I don't know.
is it? Like Movie Pass?
No, it's where they'll actually you can watch the movies at your house when they come out, but it's
Say
tens of
what?
thousands of dollars.
What?
Yes, dude.
Why?
It's for rich people, dude, so they don't have to leave their homes. They can just watch brand new movies that just came out at their houses.
I mean, even if you got to see them before they're released
Not
theatrically.
no, but you can.
No, I'm saying-
these people have their own home theaters, so they pay like I don't know.
No, I understand
just-
what you're
People
saying.
can Google it. All
I'm
right?
just saying how
But it's
the
a
selling
thing.
point sucks.
No, it doesn't because it's a niche market. So you know you're gonna get
That's true. You're right.
there's
No, you're
enough
right.
millionaires where it's like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you get one millionaire signing on to it. You're
yeah.
flush.
I mean, yeah, but you could do that.
Oh Jesus, I don't know, man.
You know,
I like the theater too much.
no thanks.
Well, I know you don't.
It's just gross. The seats are gross, man. Like, okay,
They're not that gross. They're not as gross as they
they're
used to be.
gross.
Those fabric
They're
seats.
gross, dude. You see the people that sit in them, they're gross.
Well, now I think they're
You
cleaner.
know-
They're cleaner now because they have the weird little armchair divider in there. You can't get a sucky in the theater anymore.
That's the least of that. What I'm referring to.
What, do you think
just
people are
disgu-
shitting in the seats and just walking away?
No, just I think overall people's hygiene's probably not pretty good. You got to bank on people having good hygiene in this theater.
Ugh.
How many times a day? How many times a week? I can't do that.
I
I can't guarantee this person's taking showers on a regular
I
basis.
can't be thinking about this.
You
type of
can't
shit.
be.
You're
That's
gonna
a
ruin
fact.
the theater for me, dude. I
Yeah,
can't be
it's
thinking
like
about
how
that.
many people just I don't know.
Fucking, digging in
It's
their
fucking
ass
gross,
and
dude.
touching.
And they
the
got those
couple.
recliners. Oh yeah, but let me get really snug into this fucking chair. That's who knows what the fuck's in this. Are they disinfecting those? I don't know.
They have to be disinfecting those.
There's
They
no
can't-
disinfectant. I don't think there's a disinfectant, dude.
They make sure they just pour more soda on it.
I
It's
don't
like,
think
it has to
anyone's-
build up a layer.
Come on, dude. It's like you're just. Why would people be disinfecting them? Maybe they are. I
Oh.
could be wrong. I don't know.
Speaking of movies and superhero movies, which I know you love, that sparkly twink bottom Robert Pattinson is playing the next Batman in that Matt Reeves film.
He's playing Batman.
Yeah, dude. Can you see that? Can you see that? Like I guess like a sloppy party
I mean,
bottom playing Batman.
yeah.
Batman's dark
not
and
wrong.
brooding and tough.
I mean, throughout the ages, yeah, that's what they've tried to achieve. Yeah.
He's a tough man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'd rather see Clooney play Batman again than fucking Robert Pattinson.
No.
No?
I'll tell you why. Because it's going to be funny. So, I mean, how stupid is that? You know how stupid that's going to be? It's going to be hilarious.
I hope not.
That he's going to be Batman. What do you mean you hope not? Okay, you think it's going to be good? No.
I want a
So
good
now
Batman
you got to
movie.
hope it's going to be funny. Like, I'm not saying their objective is a comedy. I'm saying you better hope that it's so ridiculous that it's funny,
Oh yeah, okay.
and this is going to be such a flop
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And then you buy a copy and hold on to it, and it's gonna become never open it, and it's
Yeah.
become some bizarre collector's item in 50 years because no one gave a turkey about that garbage.
You're not far off, dude. I mean, this dude's film, the director.
That is not investment advice, by the way.
The director Matt Reeves.
Not familiar with him.
He directed Cloverfield and the remakes of like all the Planet of the Apes movies and shit like that.
Cloverfield was pretty good. T.J. Miller was pretty good in that.
Yeah, yeah, no, it wasn't bad. But
I mean, he was behind a camera. The whole kind
Yeah.
of take on it was pretty cool, I would say.
POV.
Yeah.
Little,
Yes.
little first person in a disaster, metropolitan disaster.
Yeah, that is that is true. You're not wrong about that. So
I'm just saying, you might not
I don't
be
know if
far
you're
off.
just saying or you're saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right.
Take your drink. I see you over there, nipping at the mouth hole of that Gatorade. You know what you wish that was?
No.
Penis.
Oh no. No. The whole. I don't know, man. Okay, he's gonna be whatever Batman or Batman.
Batman. Yeah.
Who cares? It doesn't matter. I mean, okay, I will say the Christian Bale trilogy they did recently, great Batman movie.
Right.
But
Probably the best. Outside of like Tim Burton and
Yeah.
like that kind of shit.
oh yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. But all these other movies getting in, all these superhero movies. All right, I gotta, there's one every 6 months. All right, Thor 10.
I liked. What did you say on the last episode? You were like, "Oh yeah, Avengers 34 or some shit like that."
Yeah. Well, yeah, they gotta think of,
Well, I guess you don't like those movies since they're always like the plots are always getting spurled for you when you're on Wizard Chan.
Oh. First of
Lurking
all, I didn't
around.
know what Wizard Chan was until 2 days ago when Richard told me about it. It's
That's not true, and don't dox me. But you know damn well you're on that Wizard Chan, dude,
I
waving that wand around.
literally never heard of this thing.
Oh, it's a rabbit hole, dude. I'll spend hours just looking at this
Yeah,
shit and like
okay.
reading about
Well,
these people.
I mean,
They're in tough
a
spots,
man's
man.
got to do again, I suppose. But
If anyone doesn't know, dude, like just go to Google Wizard Chan and go to that website. It's
wizardry, dude.
It's the birthplace of like
Wizardry.
incels and like I guess wizardry as well. But basically, a wizard was what was it? It's a sexless, unemployed male,
I have no
ages
idea,
30
dude.
and up or something like that. Like you're basically, to belong to this community, you basically have to be an adult and like
You
never
have to
had
be an
sex
adult.
or anything
Alright.
like that.
All right.
It helps to be unemployed and like dude, I went to one of the threads on
It
that.
helps to be.
Yeah, no, seriously, because I went to one of the threads on that site, and it was literally a
Oh,
bunch of
no.
dudes discussing tactics and how to get more money from the government each
Oh.
month. And
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
you
that.
did tell me about that.
Yeah, it was
that is true.
ridiculous. They have a whole operation going on.
Oh boy, I don't know, man.
There's a lot of money in being a wizard, apparently.
Wizardry.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking these people. And they staying true to the whole wizard theme, dude. They all do discuss like magic and wands and like real wands versus fake wands for wizardry.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, I went down a Chan rabbit hole, dude. There's so many Chans.
I mean, you gotta let go of this Chan thing, dude.
I
I gotta
can't.
be real with you, man.
I
Like,
can't. It's hilarious.
it's not funny. I mean, it's not. I mean, I get it. Okay,
It's
I shouldn't say no.
concerning.
I shouldn't say it's not funny because you're right. It is funny. But I'm not saying those are bad places to go either. I'm just saying. This is my advice to you specifically. Walk away from those Chans.
What's the harm in going to those Chans and getting a good belly
Yeah.
laugh,
Well.
and then telling Daddy about it later?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. Fair enough.
Telling me to walk away from I'll walk away from you.
Yeah. Well. All right.
Draw up the papers. Episode 10. That's it.
It's a wrap.
Oh man. So wait, why do you hate superhero movies?
I don't know, man. It's just garbage, dude.
Has that been like an always thing?
No, man. No. I mean, there was good superhero movies.
Right. No, I know. Like,
We've addressed that.
yeah, but
I
like,
would say Michael Keaton ones were all right too. Those Batmans,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
all right. The Superman, they've struggled to make a good Superman movie. I would assume.
I agree.
I can't really think of. I mean, maybe the Christopher
originals-
Reeve stuff.
Yeah, and like Superman
potentially. I don't
2.
know how well they sold. But I don't think there was Blade, dude. Okay, no one ever talks about Blade. That was like one of the first superhero movies, or
Yeah.
cartoon, like comic movies.
Yeah. Also,
I shouldn't be specific to superhero. It's like comic book. I'm actually talking
right.
like. I mean, that came out. No one was like, "Oh shit, this is."
Yeah.
I think it was Marvel.
Yeah.
Blade's Marvel. Like, no one even talked about that shit.
Or how about
The fact that it was Marvel, like that was a fucking Marvel comic. Like,
or how about the fact that like Black Panther keeps getting like all these accolades?
I'm not familiar with that movie.
The fucking Black Panther movie.
Hmm.
He's a superhero from Marvel.
Oh, never saw the movie.
Neither did I. I haven't seen a decent Marvel movie since like I guess like Avengers. That last Avengers was good, but like I don't go to all of them.
Oh, okay.
I never saw any of the
Yeah, I
Thor.
don't know.
I saw like the Thors secondhand, but either way, I remember Black Panther was getting all this. They were being lauded for finally giving a black superhero a movie, and I was like, what about Spawn? What about Blade? Like these movies came out decades before, and then also I'd like to see a good reboot of Spawn because I feel like they basically trashed that franchise with that movie.
That's a good point too. Actually, bringing up Spawn, yeah,
because it's a really good character. It's a really
another
good
another
backstory.
comic that came. I mean, that movie came out really early too, and no one really. I don't know. I just feel like, and all of a sudden, these comic book, I don't know, just these like exploded. But I mean, yeah, I really like the Blade stuff as far
Yeah.
as comic book movies go. But Spawn was good. I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a
the movie
comic,
wasn't.
it was
the,
good.
Yeah, the movie was kind of garbage. Obviously,
Did you ever see the show on
John
HBO?
Leguizamo's in that movie. I think.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to shit on John Leguizamo, but the movie itself
Yeah.
it left something to be desired. Let's say.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was no cinematic achievement, but like the animated series on HBO was super good, and holy shit, it explores some adult themes, like
yeah.
countless scenes of drug abuse, rape, people just slaughtering the homeless.
Oh
Just
my god.
Craziness, man. But Spawn was always there to fucking regulate, man.
Sparn.
Sporn. Yes, Sporn.
That guy could have used some anti-bac like that Neosporin. Man.
Oh, I get it because of the burns.
Correct.
It'd be really funny if they did a reboot and they cast Seal to play Spawn.
Oh.
All that shit on his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I miss you, Heidi. She's like, quit scaring the kids.
Yeah, please. That guy could. He probably gets a mug.
No, he's doing fine for
I'm
himself.
sure he's doing all right.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's doing just fine.
He's just singing and shit.
Kiss from a rose. Come on now.
He's probably just humming shit down the street. Just,
Bitch, I think I saw you the other day. What the fuck you do?
yeah. Okay. I would pump the brakes on trying to give a Seal like performance on a.
Oh, I'm never going to get
recorded.
close. The man is a master.
Are you ever gonna sound like him? No.
No, of course not.
Yeah. So
I can pay
maybe
a
you make
homage.
I wouldn't say it's an homage
What is then?
or an homage to Seal when it's such a disgrace listening to what actually came out.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
That's what you don't hear me singing. I can't sing.
That's true, but I don't hear you doing much of anything. Fucking candid, unambiguous looking motherfucker.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's Seal. So okay, fine. All right. Yeah.
It also doesn't. You shit on every one of my impressions.
No, that's not true.
Well, I mean, I am not the best at impressions, so I will give you some credence there.
You're pretty good. That's some.
Thanks, man.
Well, yeah, that's some. I didn't say you're like, get a blanket of every time you try to do an impression, you're great. But some of them, yeah, you're pretty good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
It's gonna be a good time.
yeah.
We get to meet little Jimmy Norton tonight.
I know you reach it.
Me and Adam are going down to the Comedy Wax in downtown Denver. Gotta go see Jim
Down
Norton.
Indy.
Yeah, going down under down Denver. I know, there's another homeless man shitting in the alley. He's getting shit on his dick.
I know.
Oh man, you think we'll see another fight?
No, because yeah, we might. I mean, okay, we yeah,
Put
we
5
might.
on it.
We might actually. I mean, down. It's sometimes it gets weird down there.
It does. I mean, every time we get down, or every time we've been down there, something weird's going down.
That is correct.
There's usually like it's either a fight or
But
a
to be
homeless.
fair, every day you see that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a big city. What are you gonna do?
Well,
And also, it's not like the cops have any authority to do anything about
there's.
it.
I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of fucking cops around there
there are, but
all
I mean,
the time.
you feel like there wouldn't be as much debauchery as there is.
I know, man, because there's some gaps, so people take their chances, dude.
That's true. That's true. That
You know?
7-Eleven was like a hotbed of homeless
All of them.
activity.
They're dog. I've been to all three on that road. They are all disaster. The one closest to the light rail
Yeah.
is bulletproofed with glass
Well, that's
when you
good.
walk in. So the people, yeah, like okay, yeah. But the other ones, 2 weeks ago, the one was shut down because people ran in there and just knocked everything, all the counters down and shit.
What a bunch of dicks.
So I walked by during my lunch break. I walked down that street.
Yeah.
And the cops had a motorcycle parked in front of the door to 7-Eleven. Had a police officer there. I look at you looking in the window. Everything's just fucking knocked over.
I know.
I don't know what happened.
There's a flash mob.
Right? Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Dude, that one we went into last time we were buying cigarettes, man.
That was the one.
The clerk had the dead smile,
I think
and
that was the one.
the clerk had the dead smile, and you could tell that they had all just given up on the floors.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's nothing we could do about this.
Oh, I feel so bad for them, man. I feel bad for the people that are working there, man. It's just so you get these everyone's a fucking creep, dude.
There's got to be another option for them. I feel like though. I mean, like I've been stuck in like, or I shouldn't say stuck, but I've found myself in a couple of like just dead end miserable jobs.
Sure.
Even ones that pay well. Like my last
Sure.
job, I was making decent money, but I was miserable every day. And like, what kind of life is that? And then like we weren't able to hang out, we weren't able to do the show, and it was like, well, fuck, what is this all for when I can't even do what I enjoy? But luckily, through that turn of events, getting ratted out for my language and then subsequently being terminated, I found a better position. But like those guys that are miserable and clearly miserable in those 7-Elevens, why not just find something else? Like there has to be another option. And that kid was pretty young too. He had options.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I don't know, man.
Might be a pedophile. I don't know. He
No,
just like
well,
that. They're the only ones that'll have them.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
come on, man,
I
get
hear what you're
yourself a
saying, but like,
coffee.
I mean, who knows? Turnover rate's probably like, I mean, yeah, maybe they start there and maybe they do have options, but they're going to be there for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think it's everyone, people that work
That's a
there
good
are not
point.
regulars, dude. It's in and out. So like, yeah, people are hopping onto that they're getting out of that.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, so they do find it. They get some capital. Maybe they were in a tough spot and they get some capital back, and then they can kind of jump maybe to someplace else.
Yeah.
That's
Accounts receivable.
no, they wouldn't even. No, I'm saying like maybe another, store or something that's maybe out further away, and they can get stuff better. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, dude. I'm not an economist. I'm a fucking idiot.
You're
dude.
talking like one. out here pontificating.
I could be wrong, man. Yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah, sure. Here's another pack of Reds for you. These are the ones my uncle used to smoke. I know. That means a crate. But yeah, dude, it'd be a good time. But yeah, dude, it's always something going on down there. And
there's something. There's always something,
My favorite part is when we're walking out of the comedy club and we're walking back to the car or the train or whatever, and we see those like end of the world pastors on every corner.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude.
when
They
it's
go
like,
deep at night.
yeah, and it's like it's dark
Oh,
out, but
man.
like the lights of the city.
They got and they got those. They got lights projecting on them too.
Yeah, it's
Like-
very dystopian.
Yes. It's like what you would picture pre Mad Max.
Yeah, absolutely.
What leads up to Mad Max.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I think about that when they like walk by. I'm like, when we were walking by, I'm like, well, this, and
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, you're thinking the same thing. Like,
it's
yeah,
really cool.
It's yeah, it's a weird experience.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool. It's really like it gives you that kind of aesthetic, like that cyberpunk aesthetic. Like I always equate
Or
it.
Johnny Mnemonic. Has anyone ever seen that movie?
I think a lot
No
of
one
people have
listening has ever seen that movie. I guarantee it.
That's not true.
No one listening, 100% guaranteed, has seen Johnny Mnemonic.
If anyone listening has seen Johnny Mnemonic, feel free to leave a comment on our Facebook fan page. Just search Brass Tacks Podcast. Give us a like, why won't you? Why won't you?
I'm just saying.
I
no
bet you
one's
somebody
fucking seen
does.
it. Nah. No one's
Speaking
seen
of
it, dude.
speaking of show shit, ever since last week when I said I hate it when people say living the dream. There's a couple of people that come into work that listen to the show every week, and like they're coming in to buy their weekly crap, and everybody's coming in just like living the dream, living the dream. How's it going? I'm like, you fucking asshole, get out of here.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have said it, dog.
Yeah, I opened up a can of worms on that one.
I mean, yeah, you could.
Speaking of crazy preachers and dystopia and whatnot, dude, I saw this thing on the Guardian yesterday, and it said that a quarter of American adults are now either atheist, agnostic, or nothing at all, which is like a huge uptick
Yeah.
since like from a while ago. But
Well,
that's
it's been a upward trend.
yeah. Well, it's
Yeah,
kind of encouraging. I
so-
mean, once we start taking
I mean,
away
it
all these
is yeah.
divisive factors from everyday life, like I feel like we're going to see a lot more civil rest.
Potentially. I mean, here's the thing: there's a yin and a yang, no matter what. Yeah, there's
Like a
gonna be.
yang
There's gonna
gang?
be. Possibly.
You on that? You on that Yang gang?
I'd be all right with yang.
I'd be alright with Yang too. I think.
I could do yang. That's fine.
Is Brass Tacks podcast officially supporting Yang for president?
You know what? Yeah. Fuck it. Why
All
not?
right, Brass Tacks podcast, Yang gang.
All right. That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, but there's a yin and a yang to everything, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
So yeah, so that increases some, other things. Religion tapers off, but you're still gonna have assholes.
Oh yeah.
The assholes don't go away.
Well,
So
yeah.
it
There's
doesn't
always
matter.
going to be an
There's
antithesis
gonna be
to
an
peace.
angle. There's gonna be an exploitative angle that even if you're in all secular world, that people are gonna find and corner and be just pricks and
Yeah, like, oh, you
suck
have brown
people
hair.
dry. Oh no, they'll just say, instead of be like, this is holy water that cures you. When you throw it on, you'll be like, oh, this is some fucking, which they already really, people, you see advertisements for this shit. Oh, this is like, double filtered gold plated water, or from a spring in Honduras, on the full moon or something, and like. And
Or like, dude,
that water will fucking heal you if you just buy it. So like that's secular, So it
get a
doesn't- all the-
colonic with this water.
Yeah, the exploitation doesn't go away.
Yeah, you're right.
When
you were
human
saying
beings will always be exploited. That was one avenue of exploitation.
yeah,
And
very,
fine
that's a very good point. Human-
wanes, fine, sure.
Well, humankind's always been its worst
But I hear what
enemy
you're
in that
saying. I
regard.
mean, you're making a good point. I'm not saying you're not making a good point. It's just there's always gonna be something. There's always gonna be some asshole. There's always
Yeah.
gonna be an asshole.
Unfortunately, you're right, man.
And it's not like a asshole. There's per capita, every square mile, you're gonna find a few assholes.
Scattered around.
In your area, you're gonna find some assholes.
Yeah, that's true. He's an assholes.
Should if
I
you
should have had it queued up.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe I'll do it in post.
you won't.
Probably not. I don't
won't.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Speaking of that, I need to announce that we are now on iTunes, Spotify, I think Stitcher, TuneIn, fucking everywhere now. SoundCloud still, of course. That's always going to be the flagship. But I
Right.
just submitted the show to Pandora today as well, so I'm expecting to hear back from them soon. But yeah, literally everywhere now, people. So whatever's most convenient for you, get that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's mad real, dude.
It's a mad world.
No.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of.
Something. Oh, yeah, there's some parts. Yeah.
Settle down.
I'm just saying.
I think it's about time for us to bring this baby to an end. We got a plane to catch.
Something like that. God, I get so much anxiety, dude. I mean, I wish there would I could just we could just be there.
Why do you get anxiety?
Cause I don't like traveling, man. It's traveling. You gotta go to car. Okay, I gotta interact. Then we go to a fucking train station. I gotta interact with these people. I don't want to be.
We can just take the car straight to the club
I'm
if you want.
fucking,
We don't
like-
have to take the train. I just
I
thought
want,
it would be nice scenically.
Daybreakers, just completely sealed off. Just fucking whatever. Zip
Just
me
get a
there.
ghillie suit for public.
No, just fucking zip me there in an enclosed bubble. And I get out right at that block. Oh, look at this. That's very nice.
That would be cool. That would be the ideal.
Yeah.
Maybe if that had a 2-seater, That'd be
Okay,
cool.
well, I did. What do
You
mean
want
if it
me
had-
on the outside of that
What do you mean if
bubble?
it had a 2-seater? I didn't say it didn't have a 2-seater. I just said it was a bubble.
Don't shut me out. You're
I
trying
am
to shut
shutting
me
you out.
out.
I'm saying it was. I just you should have assumed that it was 2, not 1.
You know what they say about assuming.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished because you assumed that would be 1. So whatever, you're an asshole either way.
That's true.
If you would have said 2, and I'd be like, fuck you. So you assumed. So
That's a good point.
yeah, you're assuming either way.
But yeah, we don't have to take the train. We could always just take a car to the club
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
if you want to do that.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Would you rather do that, or we
most
could...
likely.
Okay, we'll just take the car to the club. Then.
Whatever.
We have to find a place to smoke a joint though. Can't smoke in the club.
Dude, that's fine.
I guess there's that little area across the street where we smoke ciggies.
Dude, I am fucking high as fuck right now.
You only what? We smoked half a bowl.
What do you want me to do, dog?
I mean, it was potent.
I feel like it was.
Yeah,
Maybe it wasn't.
I'm gonna bring the
Yeah, I
gummies
don't
just
know,
in case, but I might hold off on those.
Dude, you think Club Soda Kenny's gonna be there?
I don't know. I thought he was doing. I
Well,
thought
he
he was
does a
doing
bunch of
security
stuff.
for Dice now.
No, that's how he started out.
That would be cool if he's there. We got to get a picture with him too.
Oh my god, he's like I don't know. I don't want to go near him.
You know why wouldn't you want to go near him? He's
I
funny.
don't know. Yeah, I know he's funny, but
He's got his own brand.
because I'm sure he's gonna be in his. He has a job to do mode. He doesn't. No pictures with me, dude.
I don't know, man.
I guarantee it.
Well, you try to fight him, and then I'll take a
I
picture.
am not gonna try to fight any. No way. No.
Get twisted up.
Yeah. No. It'd be so cool if we see Club Soda Kenny though.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, anyone from Opie and Anthony, I want to see in real life at least once, like just to see. I just want to.
Yeah, I don't agree with you actually.
Well, not everyone.
I don't
want to
see any of them
Why?
because you're only disappointed.
Who
I'd rather have
cares?
what my perception is of them. I
You're
feel
one of
like
those
I'm
don't
just
meet your heroes guys.
I don't have heroes.
Ugh, I should have known better than to say that. Yeah,
I mean,
but
I don't even. I
people-
don't like Marvel I don't like comic book movies. Why would I have a hero?
I thought
what
I
do
was
I need
your
a hero
hero.
for?
I thought I was your hero.
No.
That's a very
False.
concise.
No.
But yeah, that would be cool if we see him. But yeah, I do want to see all those people that I enjoy.
Yeah, I
and
get it. I don't.
stuff like that.
I'm doing this because you wanted to do it. All right.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! Like you don't want to
No,
see it.
I mean I would go to the show, but the meet and greet was a bit of a stretch for me, dog. I'll be real with you.
All right, well, I appreciate you doing it.
Yeah, I don't want the pressure of like, okay, oh hey, we're gonna meet you. Okay,
What kind of pressure
it's
are you talking?
it's
It's a person.
weird dynamic, dude.
It's
I
a
want to talk to
human.
him.
It's a human.
No, I would say hi. Yeah, it's hey.
We're getting a picture too.
I don't want him to know that. Like, it's even when I met Joey Diaz. Like, I want him to know that. I mean, come on. I've been listening to Opie and Anthony for years, dude.
Yeah.
It's too weird, man. It's
You
like,
just want your worlds to be separated.
yeah, exactly. You nailed it. I don't want I just want. Yeah, he's doing his thing, and like you listen to him, he's like, wow, that's really cool. He's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to. What am I doing? What does it matter if I meet him?
It's just a cool thing to.
I
look back
understand.
on.
I get you. It's not my thing. If I had my choice, like, I mean, Mark Norman was great, man, but I can't meet him, dude.
Man, that's crazy.
It's too much anxiety around that, dude. It's just like, well, I don't want to be. I'd be doing it, man.
That's weird. So you get anxiety when you meet like people that have like a.
No, I don't. It's just I don't. It's not like they're because they're famous. It's just I don't. It's something that like I guess I lied. It's definitely because they're famous, but it's because I listened to them for all those years on Opie and Anthony and stuff.
Yeah.
What is it? What I just don't see. I enjoyed what and Chip.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say you're wearing a Chip Chipperson shirt.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, Chip podcast is awesome, man. Like
Chip Whatcast?
Chip a podcast,
Oh.
podcast.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you, dude.
Fuck, there's that accent coming out again, dude. That veil.
Yeah.
You were lifting the
No,
veil.
I mean, he's great. He's hilarious. It's just like, oh, it's just weird. Like, oh, I met this guy, took a picture with him, and now I see him on podcasts. I don't know.
it's kind of cool.
It's probably cool.
Dude, like when Bobo started following me on
I know.
Twitter, I,
My
was like, hell yeah.
My sister's gonna freak out.
Yeah, dude, it's like something cool. It's something like that's another comedian that you and I have a picture with.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's good.
I don't know.
It's for the show.
Yeah, I know it's for the show.
Well, I think we're gonna have a good time regardless.
No, I agree.
Just don't freak out and like start crying or something like that when you meet him.
Oh, shut up. Yeah.
Oh my god, I waited so long. I'm gonna try to trade some fluids with him.
No. No. Yeah, it's just gonna be whatever. I'll just meet him, dude.
Just hang back. Just hang back in the cut. Let Daddy do the talking.
No, you're not gonna say anything either. It's gonna be a meet and greet, picture, and walk away, dog.
Nope, I'm gonna be like, oh man, I'm such a huge fan, man. Yo, dude, hey, would you mind coming to my bar mitzvah? Like, yeah, dude. Oh, my uncle, he's got a birthday coming up too, man. Maybe you can go to that, man. Hey, what are you doing after the show? And just be that fucking asshole. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring this baby to a close. And I want to thank everybody again for listening every week. And
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the numbers are going up steadily, which is fucking awesome to see. So thank you guys for all of that support and help us keep the page growing, or help us keep the show going by liking and sharing and
Is
following.
Helen Page an actor?
All that shit.
Actress?
Is who?
Helen Page?
Helen Page?
I think that's an actress.
Google it.
Man, whatever. We'll move on.
All right, well,
We're closing up.
Well, yeah, we ended on a cliffhanger. We'll find out who Helen Page is next week.
No one's remembering Helen Page. So.
All right, man. Well, remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SlickHando. I also play a ton of video games, so if you ever want to play video games, I'm on Xbox as SlickHando as well. So yeah, take it easy, guys, and remember, go fuck your mother.
Yeah, we can eat my ass.
Good night, everyone.